What's up guys, this is the second part of tracing access of a gas leak, my 5th video on my channel. If you've not seen the first part to this video, I'll leave a link, should I say, in the description box below, and I'll also put a card up on the screen now for you guys to click over to it. Thanks for your support, stay safe and enjoy the video. Alright guys, just let my jack off, get a bit more cooler. Let's just grab a cap. I cannot wait to get a new van. I've got a new one coming. Right. There we go. Got a cap. Rightio. Right, okay, let's make sure we've got everything, guys. So got cap, got that, got a bit of paste. To do a joint. I've got one bigger torch as well now guys, so that one can go away and we can use that one. Let's go and get this thing cleared away. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Even though I'm small, I take up too much room. Got a better torch as well, so we can. Yeah, so I'm just going to put this cap on the end of here, and then, as I say, we'll retest then.
It'd be like a big problem in terms of fixing it.
I hope not. I hope not. I hope it's easy and to get to, because I'm limited on to what I can do tonight for you guys. So we'll try though. We're not here not to help, right? So we want to get you heating on and you guys cooking tomorrow, right? Dinner, right? Dinner.
You want anything?
I'm good, thank you very much. I've not long come on shift, so I'm fresh legs, nice and fresh. But thank you, that's very kind of you. Have you guys been waiting long tonight for us to come out?
Yeah, so what happened was,
In the morning.
the only reason we knew there was a boiler leak was because I was bleeding the radiators.
Ah, okay, and you smelt it.
Yeah, I smelled it, so I was like, oh, this isn't good.
Oh, lucky.
National Grid, they sent someone down here. From then, it took like 2 hours to try and find people that can come today.
Oh, bless you.
And then we found you guys. I was like, yeah, like, please, we just want this fixed.
Yeah, no, that's understandable. Let's try and get this pipe out. It's not the easiest one to... It's a pity there's not a valve on here. Would have made life a bit easier. But hey ho.
Was that fitted by the people that done the boiler? Like
No, this has been here for years, mate, this one. This is an old one. But I want to take it out in a way that it's easy to put back, right? Yeah. We don't want to make more work. Yeah. We want less work, don't we? Yeah. Work smart, not hard.
Yeah, exactly.
Right guys, that's fairly straightforward. That's what we like. Let's go and do another test now, and then we'll see what we've got, what we're working with, yeah? So as I say, just to repeat myself, so this test will now tell me whether the issue's on the pipework or whether it was an issue on the boiler or the gas hob. Sometimes these leak, but you normally smell them.
Yeah, no, not good.
Yeah, I mean 3.5 bar has passed of leaks. That's quite a significant amount of gas. You'd normally smell that. So if it is on the boiler, let's just hope we can get to it. Right, let me let me get past again if I may. Thank you.
No problem.
Thank you very much. Okay guys, put that back on now. Make sure we're off up there. We'll disconnect that so we can re-zero it. While that's clearing, let's make a note of what we have here. So this one here, so I call this AAC, all appliances connected. Yeah, so this is our first test, and it's failed, not because of the amount of gas that's dropped, but the customer can smell a gas, so that's why it's failed. You can have a tiny amount, even though this is quite a significant amount. You have a tiny amount, but as soon as you get a smell of gas, that's it, lights out. So let's get this fired back up, so we don't need to test the ECV again. What I do need to do though is probably change my batteries in my gas sniffer. What have we got? Nothing that's going to fit that, so I have to get some out the van in a minute. Let's just disconnect that there. Zero that. Let by no, don't need to do that this time. So straight into there with all the zeros. Let's put some gas back in and try and get up to 21 if I can, or thereabouts. Okay, let me put the light on so you guys can see. think I'm in for a new gas analyzer soon. My buttons are starting to mess about. That'll do. Let's do our stability, then we'll top it up to 21 and then retest, or close to 21 as possible. Yeah, sorry guys, my light's not coming on. How would you run a new gas? Man, you'd have to run it through there, wouldn't you? Across the wall. Around the room. And up into... I don't know how long that hallway is. I guess that back wall there is the threshold for the kitchen. Have a look what's in here. Okie dokie. 7 more seconds. Get this back up to 21. Bring it down, get it as close as we can. Let that drop. And then we'll start it on a whole number. There we go. Magic. Nice whole number. We like whole numbers. Don't have to think. Right. So now we're just testing the gas insulation. So straight away it's telling me that the leak's on the installation. Let's see how you guys are doing for battery as well. Let me just stop you a minute guys, I might need to change you out as well. I know you're still in 44, you're okay. Right. So halfway, again, we've lost 2 bar. So that tells me that the leak is on the gas pipework and not on the appliance. So there we go. There we go. So let's turn that on. So this is now AAD, so all appliances disconnected. And we're still getting, what did we get there? 3.7. I know. Right, tell me in a second what we got here. So 3.87, so slightly worse. So that's log 8, so what we're doing, AAD, and then put second test there. And let's turn this off and that off to conserve battery. And we're going to grab a couple of batteries off my van and we're going to go and sniff out this gas leak. Yeah, so same pretty much. So the leak is on the gas pipe work and not on the appliance.
Okay.
So we're just gonna, I'm gonna turn the gas on in a minute. So no smoking,
Yeah, don't worry.
no flicking the light switches.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we all stay safe. Is it only you two in the property?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, not a problem. I'm just gonna grab a couple of batteries for my gas sniffer and then we'll get going. See whether we can trace where this leak is, yeah? Just, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, not a problem. Alright guys, I'll just grab a couple of spare batteries because I know that this is quite low. Take 4 and then I can put 2 more in my bag and then I don't have to run to my van to change them. We need to check that joint as well that we've just done because the leak has slightly increased. Might be our joint, hopefully it's not, but we'll check it anyway just to make sure that that is not leaking. We'll change these. These are lasted for ages actually. These are, what are these? Amazon Basics. Good batteries. Let's get 2 new ones in here. And then we'll get cracking. Thank you. Cheers. Okay, so I'm going to turn your gas on. So yeah, no smoking, no switching on switches, please. Okay, so let's turn the gas on and let's see what we can see. First of all, and make sure we've got nothing down here. So let's check our own equipment first. And then we can leave this connected. We know that the customer says he smelt it upstairs. So I'm not going to spend too much time here at the moment. I'll come back and do these in a second. Just check these joints because they were undone. Check the anaconda. This one's got 2 anacondas. Someone was lazy. Alright, as I say, let's go upstairs because the gas is on and we'll have a bit more of a check-up there. Take my keys with me just in case I need to go to the van. Okay. Let's just check this joint here. That we've made. Okay, that's fine. Alrighty, let's have a look in here. Okay, so the gas pipe work is, I guess that copper one there, Can't even see, the boiler's so low. Let me take this off so you guys can see. So it's that one there. So it's this one here is the gas. Okay, there is a joint on the back there. Yeah. I can't smell anything yet either. Let's try and get a joint at the top of the gas valve before the isolation valve, should I say. Cool, just gonna let the gas build up a bit. There's nothing so far that I can see on any of the accessible pipe work. So the pipe that we're looking at, just so you know, I don't know whether it was shown to you by the other gas engineer. So this is your gas pipe here.
Yeah.
This should have been marked up by the person that installed the boiler.
Okay.
But this is definitely the gas pipe. So there's two joints there. There's one under the boiler.
Yeah.
And there's one just behind this piece of timber.
Yeah.
This flooring joist where the Nest control's screwed onto.
Yeah.
So can't find anything there. You got a bend here, so no joints there. It's quite common to get the leak if you do have a leak on a joint itself, but that's the end of your new pipe work, and then all of this down here is the old existing gas pipe.
Yeah.
So not picking up anything on there either. There's another pulled joint. No, it's not a joint, it's another pulled. Bit of pipe down there. So the gas pipe work is resting in the mud and the cement.
Yeah.
So it's unprotected as well. You shouldn't have really left it like that.
Yeah.
It needs to be supported and not laying in any mud or cement.
Is it too late to support that?
Yeah, I mean it's leaking now anyway, so it's likely that this is going to have to go to a gas rerun if I can't find it.
Yeah.
So is this the only accessible part of the floor? Everything else is tiled then?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And then downstairs, you've got like a little room just here. Where does that go to?
Oh, that's a bathroom.
That's a bathroom, yeah. Because I was seeing how you know, if you needed a gas rerun, how it could be run.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing I might have a look out there in a second.
Yeah, cool.
Just to see what the easiest way of running it. I'm not gonna unfortunately be able to do a gas rerun for you guys tonight.
Yeah.
That'll have to either be put back to the normal day staff for that one.
Is it definitely a gas rerun that needs to happen?
Well, yeah, because I mean, if I can't get to the joints,
Yeah.
so I wouldn't personally. I mean, it's entirely up to you, but I wouldn't personally worry about ripping up all the tiles to get to the existing gas pipe. I just run a new one because these are the only two gas appliances you have now, right? Yeah, so it's just running from the basement up to here, and I'll have a look in a minute to let you know where I would run it and how I'd run it. I mean, every engineer will run their pipework differently, but generally we run it for to comply with the regulations first and foremost, and secondly for ease of running it.
Yeah. So basically,
So I'll just take some photos. We'll see whether the gas can build up, but what that's telling me straight away, that even though you may have smelt it from here, the leak isn't in this vicinity. It's moved itself along from under the floor. Because all of this is tiled, it's not been able to escape through the floorboards. So it's just built up inside there and moved along. Yeah, so I'm getting nothing on here at all. This tool sniffs out gas and it's very good at it. Did the other engineer pick up anything in here? Did he use a gas wand?
Yeah, he said there were just a few drops of gas.
He could pick some up, could he?
Yeah.
And did he tell you? Did he say whether it was further under the floor that he was picking up? Did he get?
He didn't say that.
Didn't, yeah,
because he couldn't find the leak.
Yeah, I mean, it's not accessible wherever it is. It's going to be under the floor itself. You know, and as you've smelt it here, and this wall here is a solid wall. It goes all the way down. So it's likely to be contained within this area. I mean, you have gas pipe work because there's a branch. It branches off as it leaves the gas meter. So there is gas pipe work that runs elsewhere in the building.
There used to be a boiler upstairs, but
but they've probably capped it. But the gas,
water tank, sorry, not even a boiler, water tank.
Right? Okay, yeah, because the pipe work does run up. So at some point, whether that you did have a gas fire. I mean, that pipe work is still live. But it's it's not. I mean, you could have more than one gas leak, but the fact that you smelt it here. And this part of the building is quite well contained, is usually an indication that the gas leak is close by. Right, okay, so we'll leave the gas on for a little bit longer, and we'll test that again in a minute. I'm gonna take some photos, and then while we're letting that build up. In fact, before we let that build up, we'll have a quick look outside. And then I'll tell you the easiest way that I would run the gas.
So you see, when we run the gas a new way, would it still be dangerous to have all that block the gas in the pipes below?
No, so that gas pipe work will be cut off and then it will be redundant. So the pipe work will just stay in the building.
And what about the gas that's trapped?
So once it gets cut, the gas will get released. There's hardly any gas in the pipe work.
Yeah.
So once it gets, you'll have a new gas pipe from the meter that will run up here, however which route, we'll look at that in a minute. It'll pick up the boiler and then it will pick up the gas hob there.
Yeah.
But because you're on an outside wall, I would, and you've got a staircase there as well. So there's a bathroom there, and you said there's one downstairs as well, yeah? Yeah. I mean, I'll look at the bathroom downstairs, but probably the easiest way to do it, because this is a solid wall here, is run the pipe work along the ceiling in the basement, which I'll show you in a minute. Bring it through into the bathroom downstairs, then up through the floor into this bathroom, and then out onto this brickwork, and then run it along, pick up the boiler, pick up the gas hob. So you'll have a bit of exposed gas pipe work here, but that would be probably the cheapest way for you guys to run it. Yeah?
And it would freeze in the winter. Would it freeze?
No, it won't freeze in the winter. It's not a water pipe, it's a gas pipe. Yeah, so this one here, this is condense pipe from the boiler. So this freezes, one, because the pipe that they've installed is too small. They're not allowed to install it this size. So when was the boiler installed?
Like last November?
Yeah, so this hasn't been installed properly. It should be 1.25 inches at least. On the outside, and then where possible it should also be protected in foam, wrapped for the winter. So it needs to be much bigger than this. This will freeze and you'll continuously get this freezing. So the installer needs to come back and sort this out. If you could find the installation manual while you're here, then I can speak to the installer next week and have a quiet word with him to get him to come back and sort this bit out, and then that way it won't cost you any money.
Also, you see this thing here? The guy that came earlier was telling us that's like a car exhaust for the boiler.
Yes.
And that releases a lot of gas. And then when we have a stray cat that comes and we feed him, often the gas will be hitting us in the face.
Right, okay.
So he was telling us was ideally it should have been higher up.
It should, but where they've located the boiler, I mean, that's fine. If you're getting what we call nuisance pluming, you can terminate it higher up, but you will still need something there to protect this, because it's low level, right? So these cages that you see, they're all pre-manufactured, right? So they're all this sort of shape. They vary in size, but they're all this sort of shape. So if you wanted to run what we call a plume management kit, I call them snorkels, like what divers wear. So then it can put the exhaust gases out up there, but then you'd need to have something made specifically just to protect this bit. So you'd need to like a metal fabrication place to make something a bit more fancy for you guys, so people didn't hit it and knock into it, you know, when you have parties and garden stuff and that, because it is low. But if you find the manual, we'll shut this door because hopefully the gas is going to build up now. I'll take some photos of this out here, and then maybe I can have a quiet word with the engineer that installed it, and he can come back and sort this out properly, this pipe work here. And if you want a snorkel, we'll probably charge you extra for that, but you will need to get it protected.
I have the website of the people that installed the...
Yeah, I really need the manual, because the manual, they have to fill in the back of it, you see. So it'll have their gas license number, and all of that good stuff. Was the boiler registered? So it was installed by a gas safe installer then.
Like wasn't anyone dodgy?
No one in jogging bottoms, no? Okay, all right. Let's have a look where this... Yeah, that's pretty easy to sort out, my friend. That's not huge drama for the installer anyway. Yeah. Right, let's take a photo here. Cool. And then I'll have a look in the bathroom there, and then we'll go and have a look in the bathroom downstairs, and we'll do that together, and then you can see exactly what it is I see. Yeah, you've got loads of room in here. So the other bathroom downstairs is directly underneath this one then, yeah. I'm assuming. Yeah. Yeah, so what I would run, I'd run the gas pipe up in one of the corners. Yeah. Even that. Alright guys, I'm going to end the second part of the video here. There'll be another part, which is the final part of this trace and access. That'll be uploaded next week. Hope you're enjoying the content, and thanks again for your support. Stay safe, and I will see you guys next week.